Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So we were on a massive run, 4-day winning streak. And then yesterday I just gave you guys one play and it actually lost. So it was a straight luck play by the Pirates. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. I'm going to explain what happened very quickly. There's 5 games I'm going to be looking through in this video. I have not chosen exactly which plays I'm going to take. I already threw out some batter props to the VIP, but these are the plays that I actually go through to verify the plays. So you'll see me how I work, how I come up with these. And on top of that, I'm going to go through all the no-run first inning as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in this video. I'm going to try to go through it very quickly. I already have the, where I'm going to be looking, but I'll explain how I go through these games to see if they qualify as a play. All right, guys, so we're not going to dwell on this too much. I'm just going to kind of give you exactly what happened. So in the free picks, we're on a 17-2 run. 4-0 on Saturday, 1-1 on Sunday, 5-0 on Monday, 7-0 Wednesday, and then I gave you guys the Dodgers. I also said to take a look at the White Sox. I'm not going to count it as a win because they actually did end up winning. I explained why they should win, but I didn't end up taking the play, so I cannot, in good conscience, take that as a win. But I did tell you guys to take a look at them. Anyway, 0-1, it broke the winning streak right here. But overall, on the free picks, it's still 17-2. So make sure you get your free picks. The link is in the description for that. Now, again, we're not going to dwell on this loss too much. Ohtani was killing it. He actually had a home run as well. I had him to get one hit in the VIP. So he did end up coming through for that. And you can see overall, the Dodgers were winning this game all the way up to here, which was the 7th inning. That's actually when they took out Ohtani. And then the Pirates come back and smash the hell out of the bullpen. You can see they got 8 runs right there. They did get 1 home run off Ohtani right there. But overall, they came back on the bullpen. It was not Ohtani's fault at all. And he was pissed. But, that's just the way this goes. That's why sometimes you should just go with the first 5 innings, things like that. So anyways, that's the risk I was willing to take. They should have won this game. They were up ahead. What was this? I think like 5-1 or something like that, and or 6-1, and they were up by 5 runs, and then these guys came back. So they ended up blowing the lead and losing the game. So again, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes we were on a super hot streak. We took that nasty loss yesterday. I'm going to keep going through it right now. Again, I'm going to show you 5 plays that I'm going to look through. These are not confirmed plays yet. And then I'm going to go through all the no-run first inning. I have not taken even a glance at it for today, but I'll go through it in this video. If you haven't done so, make sure you check out the VIP. 1 week in the VIP is 50% off if you type in the word Beast Week. All right, so first play I'm going to be looking at is the Dodgers again. They're supposed to win by 1. The line started at 142. It's currently 152. You can see all the bets, or 85% of the bets, 95% of the money is coming in on the Dodgers. 75% hit rate in the last 24 games. So they've won a lot of games. On top of that, this guy, Mitch Keller, is doing horrible compared to Wroblewski with a 2.62 ERA, 7 games won, 2 lost. Bullpen is decent right there at a 3.24. Also, the OPS for Dodgers is one of the top 10 in baseball right now compared to the Pittsburgh Pirates bottom 10. So again, it was just some sort of luck. They ended up rocking the bullpen yesterday, but that should not have happened. The Dodgers are a much better team, A+ overall. They're supposed to win by 2. So that's just the way it is right now. And then on the odds themselves, you can see the total runs. The projections are, you can literally go in the sportsbook right now and bet that the Pirates are only going to score 4 runs. Compare that to the projections are that the Dodgers are going to score less than 6. So that's a 3-run differential overall. That's literally in the sports books that you can get that right there. All right, let me go right back to the pitching here. Wroblewski, you can see 2.62 ERA compared to a 4.8. Wroblewski is actually one of the best pitchers on the slate today. Keller is a 4.81. They've been rocking him as well. Now to top this off, the Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium suppresses runs, so that's going to help the better team, and that's going to help the Dodgers specifically. I actually do like this one very much. I'm going to take the Dodgers. I'm going to see how heavy the juice is. I'm not going to risk it again with the -1.5. I'm going to take them straight up on the money line. If it's too expensive, I'm going to go with the -1 on the Dodgers. Let me go through the other 4 games, and then I'll get into the no-run first innings. I was actually going to go through this one for the Marlins, but something stood out right away, which is the sharp edge verdict. It's already saying on the opposite side. That's a contradiction. It does say that the line is moving into favor of Miami, 53%. And then this is the other thing. The Diamondbacks are losing a lot of games as underdogs. They've lost 3, or actually they've only won 3 games out of the last 16 when they become underdogs. And the one thing that stands out for me right away that I'm going to skip it is this Merrill Kelly. He has a 4.18 ERA compared to an 8.27. I cannot trust this Miami pitcher at all. So I'm going to skip this game because of that reason. The other one that came up was the Texas Rangers at a +1.5, meaning that they can still lose the game as long as they don't lose by 2. You can see it's projected to be a close game. The line did drop in their favor. So you can see Texas started at a +112. It's currently at a +106. So it is going in their favor as underdogs. Only 33% of the bets, 69% of the money is coming in on Texas. You can see it's literally a pretty much a 50-50 split. The one thing I don't like right away, it does say that as underdogs, they've only won 33% of their games. They do have a better pitcher out there with Rocker. The bullpen is better. The batting analysis is very similar. Pitching analysis, very similar. And then this is pretty much a 50-50 split. So if you were able to get this at a +1.5 at decent odds, I think I'm going to take that as well. This is overall better pitcher, better batting. It's not a dramatic difference on why KC should be favored in this game. Overall, you can see the runs are pretty similar as well. And Texas does lead 9 out of the 12 categories for statistics. Over here, you can see all the green is on the left side. All right, I'm going to take a look at the +1.5 on the Texas Rangers. If it's too expensive, I'll probably just take it on the money line. But we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna take a look after I'm done with this video. I'm gonna take Texas Rangers at a +1.5, depending on the odds. I'm also taking the Dodgers on the money line, again, depending on the odds. So if the Dodgers are super heavily favored, I might just take Texas at a +2.5 and take Dodgers on the money line if they're too expensive, or I might just skip Texas if they're just too expensive in general. All right, another thing, just by the way, I forgot to mention that if you want the Sharp Edge tool, it's 7 days for free. This is the tool that I use every single day. It gives me all the statistics that you're looking at right here. It gives me all the numbers, everything like that. So the Cubs right here, 7 runs versus 5.5 on the projected score. The Cubs did start at a 137. It went down to a 135, even though they have 63% of the bets, 53% of the money. They are supposed to win this, 59% chance. One thing that stood out to me when I was doing my batter props earlier today, before I threw them out to the VIP, like 5 of the players came up for the Cubs to get hits. So that is telling me whenever I see that, I already assume that the Cubs should be winning this game. But I also understand that they're playing in Colorado, and Colorado, the numbers are massively inflated because the ball travels so easily up in the mountains. So let's go deeper in here. You can see Cabrera is very bad, 8.08. So I'm not liking it already. He's a C-. This guy's even worse though overall. The bullpen is bad. You can see the Cubs are actually struggling. They're 25th, bottom 10 versus top 15 over here with Colorado. Now, one thing I will say about Colorado is that the numbers are inflated because they've been playing at home. And because they've been playing at home, they get a lot of inflated numbers because of that reason. So overall, offense is A- and a B+ compared to an F and an F. So Chicago should win this game. Overall, they are projected to go over 6 runs compared to over 5 runs. And Chicago, it says Colorado. Colorado does lead 8 out of the 13 categories. So I'm not touching this because of the bad pitching for the Cubs. So I'm skipping this game. Next one that came up was the Tigers. You can see the convergence here is 3 out of 5 data sets are saying that Detroit should win this. The line did go from a 114 to a 118. Bets are 62%, 54% of the money, 55% win probability. And then this is already a big negative. 5. They've only won 5 out of the last 13 games at home. So overall, they do have the weaker pitcher. Minnesota has a better pitcher with Matthews. Let's take a look at other analysis here. Give me a second. I'm actually going to skip this. I'm seeing there's too many contradictions. You can already see the OPS is better. The pitching is better on the Twins side. I'm actually skipping this game. All right, guys. So that was 2 out of 5 games that I gave you. The Dodgers, more than likely, I'm going to take it on the money line. I'm going to pay the juice because, like I said, they got rocked yesterday on the bullpen. So I'm not taking that risk. And then I'm taking the Texas Rangers at a +1.5, depending on the odds. Let me get right into the no-run first inning. I was actually going to go into the no-run first inning if we didn't find any other players. I'm going to go through it super quick, but I'll give you exactly what I'm looking at. I won't confirm if I'm going to take it or not. If you want all these extra plays, go to the VIP in the description. I did give you 2 plays in this video. All right, so this is called the NRFI board. Again, it's on the Sharp Edge. You can get 7 days for free on this. Right away, this is a skippable thing because the Dobbins over here, he gets rocked over here. All this is red, even though this guy looks amazing, Montero. Look at this. Pretty much every start, he's got 40 starts. It looks like 25 of those starts, they have not gotten a run in the first inning for him. But I don't like the fact that this guy is so weak. Same thing, this guy's weak. This guy's weak on this side. Overall, this guy is weak. I don't like this. On this one over here, it says Ryan Feller. Again, because it's in Colorado, it's an automatic skip for me because the numbers are inflated. Now, let's take a look here. 70%, 80%. This one is actually looking very good. You got the Dodgers and the Pirates. Great FIP for Keller and for Wrobleski. So this one, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to take it. It's going to be the Dodgers and the Pirates on the under no-run first inning. All right, the next one is Seattle Mariners. This looks like amazing defense over here. However, if you look at Baltimore, they're ranked 4th. And in this season, they're hitting at an 81% hit rate on the first inning. On top of that, this is a 33 chance, or I'm sorry, in the last 3, they've gotten a 33. So they've gotten 1 game in the last 3 with a run in the first inning, plus 80% of their games, they get a run in the first inning. Chicago White Sox hasn't listed their pitcher yet, so I'm not touching that. So I will give you guys that one. It's going to be the Dodgers and the Pirates, no run first inning. I'm also taking the Dodgers and the Pirates, or I'm sorry, the Rangers. All right, guys. Again, it's been a 17-2 run in the last 5 days. Yesterday was a losing day. We had a 4-4 in the VIP, so that was a slight loss day because just because we won 4 games and lost 4 games doesn't mean we made money or we didn't lose a lot either. But the thing with the odds, they're not +100 odds. So if the money was +100, then it would be break even at 4-4, but it's not because of the odds. So anyways, I gave you guys 3 different plays in this video. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. We're getting a lot of momentum right now, so let's keep it going. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.